Good afternoon and welcome back to the West Ham Network. I'm Anton, bringing you today's Hammers headlines in association with our good old friends over at KUMB.com. Knees up, Motherbound. Make sure you do go across there, check out their fantastic content on their website. As per usual, fans from all over the world debating all things West Ham. But I'm here bringing you some of the news with regards to the West Ham world. And my word, it's a merry-go-round, isn't it? I feel like I start all these Hammers headlines. I feel like I start all my shows by saying it's a merry-go-round. But it certainly is, as rumours are saying that Ruben Amorim is still West Ham's number one target. Now, at the weekend, we do know last week he flew into London to have conversations with West Ham. Now, I was a bit skeptical, but we did see him flying out there. He has since spoken out by saying it was a mistake, that he shouldn't have done it during the current season because he is the current Sporting Lisbon manager. And he misjudged it completely. It was disrespectful to speak to another club whilst at another club. He said if any of his players would have done that, they would have dealt with that situation internally, and he's gone ahead and done it. But what's interesting is that he has came and spoke to West Ham, so it's opened up that little bit of maybe hope and determination, and we never know what's been said in those conversations. One thing we do know is that it hasn't been ruled out, and interestingly enough, Florian Plettenberg, Sky reporter, moderator, transfer update for Germany to the Sky Sports team, has actually today stated that Amorim remains at the top of the list for West Ham. Now, that does not mean we will get him. It just means that we are not giving up potentially on him. And what I think may transpire here is that we're not going to get notification about what is actually happening moving forward with regards to West Ham's manager or coach or head coach, as Russ wants to talk about. But we're going to get the notification at the time is right, and it's probably going to be the end of this season when West Ham season concludes and all the other managers that we are linked to's seasons for the respectable teams have concluded as well. So we will have to probably wait and see. Amorim, obviously, style of management does look quite exciting, and we would be grasping in a top quality young European manager. That would be a fantastic move by the West Ham board. But of course, we will have to wait and see, because this situation could still be the option for West Ham. He is potentially and has always stated that he will be staying and talking to West Ham at the end of his contract, and he'll decide then if the contract is an option for him. Now, I do think that there's a very, very, very small chance we'll keep David Moyes, and I think the percentage of him leaving at the end of the summer is very high, but there is still a chance, so you have to be mindful of that and be prepared for that, because remember who runs our club, and remember, whatever you hear out in the mainstream media until the thing is signed on a dotted line and you see it on the West Ham website, we never know what will happen. But another manager that we are hearing loads about is this man here, Julen Lopetegui, formerly of Wolverhampton Wanderers. You know, people are calling it the Pellegrini 2.0. The AC Milan deal looks like it's gone, but according to Florian Plettenberg, Lopetegui is also on the list of a potential manager to come into West Ham. We do know that he is keen. We're hearing through the grapevine that he is keen to come to West Ham, and West Ham are keen on potentially talking to him. But the rumor was he was going to AC Milan. Their fans weren't happy, and it looks like that deal potentially isn't going to happen at the end of the day. But we'll wait and see. Again, with regards to Julen Lopetegui potentially coming to West Ham, and the last manager I want to talk to you today is Fonseca. Will he be West Ham's new manager? Obviously, contract up at the end of the season, Paulo Fonseca with Lille. But, you know, qualification for the Champions League could absolutely change the whole dynamics of what he does, but his style of play is definitely a style of play that a lot of fans would be calling for, so that would be an interesting one. But equally though, apart from Lopetegui and David Moyes, the other two managers, Amorim and Fonseca here, haven't got Premier League experience of managing, so that could go against them, and we do have a massive rebuild incoming at West Ham. Another manager to keep an eye on is Thomas Tuchel, because the situation with regards to Bayern Munich's very interesting. We don't really know what's actually happening there, but I think Steiden's got really keen high regard for Tuchel of Bayern Munich, formerly of Chelsea as well. So that's definitely one we should keep an eye on. But the key part today is that West Ham are keeping Amorim as their number one target. And until he physically turns around and says, I ain't coming to your club, then so be it. We will have to potentially live in some form of hope. That is your Hammers headlines for today. This is the West Ham Network. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. Why not hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the content? Leave your comment below and make sure you go and check out Knees Up Mother Brown, KUMB.com. Take it easy. And of course, come on, you Irons.